Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8.52 installed. Okay, let's continue this. The Germans are desperately trying to attack us. Well, they're doing better there. Now let's go out for another attack on them. Not as good as the conditions as I'd hoped. Yeah, okay, you're organized. You're retreating, but come on, people, get there. Yeah, we have to retreat from there. Okay, we're all here, so we're all going to retreat together. Oh, we don't want, we want to strategically get there, I think. This just got more out of hand here. As soon as they can attack. We're still 36 hours away. Well, the Japanese, well, they got about another year before they get in. Well, we're fighting back, but it's not going anything how I wanted it to. I thought it would have gone. The idea that this little SS garrison unit's able to hold up these 3 divisions. Okay, elite commandos advance. That's nice. What's here? Let's stop that. Hopefully the supplies are moving out now. So half of this invasion, either the Welsh-Cornish part of it, and that I would see as of what's happened the most realistic. So that would have been a great leap for Germany to get around to Wales. Napoleon did, well, I don't want to say Napoleon, but during the Napoleonic War there was the Fishguard invasion, which was right in here. Fishguard's right in here. They dumped about a battalion's worth of criminals in uniform, basically. It was a penal unit in here, and there wasn't much of a battle, but they did do that one landing in the Napoleonic Wars. John Paul Jones also, I think it was on the Welsh coast. The American of Scottish descent, or born in Scotland. Naval hero, did invade and destroy a bunch of ships in port, but also landed in the harbor in Wales, I believe, as well. So that's, and obviously you can get from here to here, but a lot of this is rocky. Coming ashore here is maybe one of the few areas that could be done so practically. So that's realistic. Or maybe an invasion from Norway to here. But I don't see both. I just don't see both. Well, we lose 2 in descent. We sunk the Andrea Doria. That may be helping a lot in reducing their shore bombardment abilities. Very good, we're getting around them. Don't know if we'll be able to close this and link up to trap as many units as I hoped. Okay, well, I don't say we have enough, but we have a bunch of transports right now. Could use a few more escorts, I'm sure. More land units. No. Okay, when can we attack? 9 hours. Yeah, we'll buy some fuel. This is, of course, going to be my stop line here if they push through all these. Yes, it looks like they're going to. Some of the paratroopers. Did we just win? How can they still be invading if we just won? Go on and rebase. Get some organization up and then we'll come back out and see what's going on here. They're weak units, of course, but hopefully we'll get them in soon. We take the coastline there. Okay, active sonar, that is good. Won't start researching those yet. Good. Okay, attack them in the flank. Attack, 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 rest, rest, rest. Okay, well. I think we're going to get this one pushed down here. Then we'll work to try to... We'll hold here. Somewhere in here. And we will deal with this Highland mess, because that has... Well, they all have potential to go screwy, but... Cruiser damage control systems. Okay, well... We'll stop that. We're slowly getting our manpower, or our officer ratio back up. We're bringing in that regular division. Let's retreat back. Maybe we should have attacked. I don't know. No, not with them retreating. Cut that off. Off their retreat. Don't care about them. At the moment. Uh-oh, we've lost Malta. Damn, damn, damn. That we better hold. Come on, guys, we need fuel. Will you stop attacking? We can't afford to. Oh, good. Well, if we can't actually cut them off, which is what I want to do, at least we'll keep pushing them. You're retreating. Yeah, good order. We should attack. So you. And of course, if we can kill this pocket, that means all these divisions go bye-bye. Well, they may shatter. I don't know. We may be able to save Edinburgh, I don't know. Never being occupied. Alright, education. Advanced educational investment has advanced, and let's again lower this a bit more. So we need more and more. I want to get up to 100% officers at least. And we'll do more research. We want a high quality army. But we're still sinking some guys. Okay, landing craft flotillas have advanced, that's good, but we're gonna stop that as we are having other problems. Oh, we need to do these, reduce it, which will reduce the time between attacks. Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna get Balmoral. And I should go into the attack. Yeah, all that extra troops moving in there. Northumbrian area has shattered. Here. Uh-oh, major defeat here in Exeter. We're bombing the transports. Good. Sink them, but preferably sink them full. Well, definitely not to hope for mass capture here. We're good. We're holding out here in Edinburgh again. Moved in the railway car, and it just shattered. Yeah, I'm going to call this the Battle of Edinburgh. It's being mostly fought outside of Edinburgh. Okay, paratroopers go back in. Nope, another. Destroyer taken down. Oh, good for you, Sweden. You can mobilize all you want. We need to go right into that. U.S. occupation of Iceland and Greenland. After the German occupation of Denmark, the British forces swiftly took possession of Iceland to counter possible threat of German invasion. Britain held it with few forces, and in early 41 it was evident that it would be better if... Well, we're not even in... Well, we are in 41, aren't we? Yeah. That if the United States took over watch-keeping. By summer of 1941, U.S. troops occupied both Greenland and Iceland in the Atlantic. U.S. occupation was arranged through agreement between the United States government and rebellious Danish ambassador in Washington. The Danish ambassador refused to recognize or obey the Danish government in Copenhagen after the German occupation of Denmark, which began in April of 1940. The Greenland Agreement was signed in April 41, encountered various protests from both the Danish government and the German embassy in Washington. Okay, well, good for us. That means, well, we weren't putting any troops there, but we were, I guess, still keeping Shetland. We've lost here, of course. The Lend-Lease Agreement. Or agreements, as they say. Yeah, there wasn't just one. It was a series of things, adjusted over time, of course. Were arranged for the transfer of war supplies, including food, machinery, and services to nations whose defense was considered vital to the defense of the United States in World War II. The Lend-Lease Act passed in 1941 by the U.S. Congress gave the President the power to sell, transfer, lend, or lease such war materials. And I'm mentioning that. As some of you may know, I'm a bit of a gun collector, more than a bit. So I know about a lot about firearms. For the longest time, and it's only within the last like 10 or 15 years, for the longest time, a lot of U.S. firearms that would be legal to sell in the United States were not. So we're not talking about machine guns, talking about mostly M1 Garands, M1 carbines, were shipped overseas as part of this Lend-Lease stuff, as well as maybe some stuff for the Korean War too, but definitely Lend-Lease rifles got shipped out overseas during this time period. Well, after the war, a lot of these nations didn't need them anymore, and this was sort of recognized, particularly by one man named Bill Ruger. You may recognize the name as he is the founder of Ruger Firearms. Well, he lobbied the U.S. government after the war to pass a law stating that any equipment that went out during the Lend-Lease period here that hadn't, or was, because notice it said that power to transfer, lend, sell equipment. So like if we theoretically sold a bunch of equipment to anybody, including like Latin American states at this time period, and a lot of times it was sort of, oh yeah, like this thing, debt payment. Yeah, we'll pay you someday for it. We sort of knew they were never going to pay us. They knew they were never going to pay us. We didn't really care. We just had the extra arms when we were trying to arm up our allies. Well, he got a law passed through Congress. He wasn't a congressman, but he was just a businessman, starting Ruger Firearms, wanting to sell firearms to the American people. He made a law that none of those firearms could be brought back into the United States until they were fully paid for. So it was to protect his growing firearms business. So only because some of these laws have changed, gone past their sell-by date or whatever, that in the early 2000s, late 90s, finally a bunch of these firearms, American-made firearms, were coming back into the U.S. for collectors and shooters market. So, and they had been sitting in various government arsenals over the long period. But of course, like as they show here, it was Jeeps, it was everything. Obviously, American citizens, generally speaking, aren't allowed to own machine guns. I mean, you can, but it's a lot of paperwork and a lot of hassle. And there's other regulations about that. And also, of course, it's illegal for American citizens to own artillery pieces. You can, but they can't be functional, so they have to be made to not, there's various things, made to not function. So you can maybe, some types, you can have load blanks in them for salutes, if you want to do that, but they are made so that they wouldn't chamber around with a around in it. The fire, the projectile, it just so it shortened the chamber kind of thing, super short, by welding or putting in a bunch of material that you could just put a short cartridge thing that just has some powder in it that goes bang. So you have to de-mill them, as it's called. And again, sort of the tanks, you can own a tank in the United States if you want, because a tank is just really a big tractor. My grandfather owned a tractor. Well, obviously wasn't armored, but it would roll over a car just as well as, almost as well as a tank would. Flip it over easier with the blade on it. So a tank is just a big tractor thing that's armored, at least as they're here in the U.S., because, again, the gun itself has to be made before it can be sold to the public, so that it could not shoot. It could still have the gun there, but, again, there's various details of the regulations, and I don't necessarily know exactly what it takes to de-mill a particular tank gun. So that there's big big vehicles that, yeah, you can drive them down the freeway and crush a bunch of vehicles, and obviously that would be a bad thing, but they're no longer weapons. They're just collector's items. So even those were somewhat hard to bring back in, or were hard, I don't know exactly, to bring back those like Shermans that were given to all of the Commonwealth and other nations that collectors have different times tried to bring back into the United States, as these different countries obviously didn't need them anymore, and there are, mad collectors here in the U.S. that would like to own them. I don't have enough property to own vehicles, but now surplus vehicles. My grandfather owned one of these for his ranch, a Jeep that he bought just post-war in the surplus market many, many years ago. So a lot of that stuff has been tried to be re-imported back in. So that was post-war law put up, dealing with the stuff that wasn't properly fully paid for. So, okay, continue with this. The president was directed to set the terms for the aid repayment to be in any kind or property or any other direct or indirect benefit to the benefit which the president deemed satisfactory. Harry L. Hopkins was appointed in March 1941 to administer Lend-Lease. He was replaced in July by Edward R. Stennis Jr., who headed the Office of Lend-Lease Administration, set up in October 1941. In September 43, Lend-Lease was incorporated into the Foreign Economic Administration under Leo T. Crowley. In September 1945, it was transferred to the State Department. Lend-Lease was originally intended for China and countries of the British Empire. In November 1941, the USSR was included. By the end of the war, practically all the allies the U.S. had been declared eligible for Lend-Lease aid, although not all requested it or received it. Lend-Lease governments were signed with new agreements were signed with numerous countries. So hopefully that will give us a lot of benefits coming here. I don't know what particularly they might be at this moment. HMS War Sprite lost. Uh-oh. HMS Revenge lost. Uh-oh. Those were the two ships that were Malta, and I guess. Oh, lost me back there. Let's send them back to Alexandria. Get them out of the war zone. Presume this is coming to some degree off of the Lend-Lease stuff. The Curtiss P-40 Tomahawk would make a useful multi-role fighter. We can order some from the U.S. Yes. Germany is annexed Yugoslavia and conquered them. Okay. So Greek remnants are stuck there and are fighting it out now. Okay, well. Good for you. You were a bit of a distraction. At least we have some healthy units in this. That one. Unlimited national emergency. Great. The U.S. have decided to undeclare war. Despite its nominal neutrality, by 1941 the United States was strongly moving towards war with Nazi Germany. After signing the Lend-Lease Act in March, President Roosevelt declared a region of the Atlantic adjacent to the Americas the Pan-American Security Zone. Within this zone, United States naval ships escorted convoys bound for Europe. On April 10, 1941, the USA performed its first hostile act of World War II when the destroyer USS Niblack attacked German U-boats that had sunk a Dutch freighter. So the United States is sort of in it with us, and we've lost the Queen Elizabeth and HMS Valiant, Malaya. That's a lot of losses in it, so I do believe they're all stuff that we've lost in coming out of there. But maybe there's some stuff happening up here. Ships, are there aircraft hitting us or something? No, they don't have much of a navy to... No, I think it's purely from the Italian. Okay, Royal Ordnance Factory, Dalmere. Glasgow, okay, good. We still own Glasgow. We're not in danger of losing it at the moment. And, great, we just got a bunch of fighters, it looks like. Should be not there. Oh, they are there. Okay. No, those are mine. I think. There they are. Well, gotta organize themselves up, I guess. I'm gonna put them in fighter commander lead. And give them an officer to command them once they're ready. Looking into the attack. Good. Now we're fighting them on two fronts. Yeah. Hoping that, I know these are all broken now, but hoping these people will withstand the push out. That may be more hopeful than real, but I don't know. Okay, you need to put up an operating against. Okay, we have, okay, the Polish armor is well. Back in shape. They're not, but let's get them into the theater down here. These are all just divisional headquarters. I'm not going to pull out all of my defenses of London, but I want to get at least some of those moving there. No. Build 2 more of those. Two more of those. Light cruiser armor advance. Good. Don't know if we're going to be building too many more of those as it's looking like, but we'll be glad for the improvements. And forward to victory. Yes, we want a battle commander if we can get it. Okay. And Kenya's not looking good. Well, I hope they get there. I need them there. Oh, and how are we doing here? And the barn was lost. I think it just, those events are popping up much later than the event happened just because the engine mechanics. Anybody not in contact with the enemy that is organized at least? Okay, yeah, looks like everybody is except for these guys. And they're reorganizing. They get to go into action there. Yeah, well, we knew we would lose that one at this point. Well, right now it would appear Edinburgh's safe. No, we just took out 3 subs, which is good. They're coming down here. Scotland ain't safe, that's for sure. At least not the northern half of it. And what tech is this? Okay. Rolling artillery barrages have increased. That's good. We like that. We're going to stop that for the moment. Since we're now in 1941. Okay, we will do hedgehog defenses. Like I say, I think this is now safe. I think. Stop the HQ from being attacked. Pop them up to the top. Okay, and I still think more fighters. I want to clear this sky. The damn German fighters. And bombers and everybody else. Resistance support is advanced. Well, we're... Where is that? That's, oh, it's back over here, of course. Ah. There's Canada now. Okay. Now we're going to withdraw back to there. No, the Scots would not like the Germans invading their country. They're not like the Irish. They might want their independence, but they don't want to be part of the Nazis. Not that the Irish really did, but the Irish were willing to take the devil they didn't know instead of the devil they knew. Okay, well I think we're going to stop this episode here. We're still fighting it out in North Africa a little more harshly than I hoped for. Some of these units are still in very good shape. Some aren't so much. This may be a failure campaign, people. It just may do it. Well, wish me luck, of course. We will be back next time. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for liking them, and please post comments. I don't know if I can use any good suggestions right now because everything's falling apart. Yeah, okay. See you next time.